Pain. An unpleasant sensory and emotional experience associated with actual or potential tissue damage. Now, does this sound familiar to you guys? That's right, with Valorant. Hey Chris, I don't think you should say that. I think that's a little bit, you know. Women. All jokes aside, I really do want to talk about the idea and the debate over the state of Valorant. And don't get me wrong, I love this game. It has done so much for me for the past year, just in terms of my own content and editing for other people as well, which I'm forever grateful. However, judging by the amount of tweets that I've seen just on how Valorant is right now, I think most of us can agree that Valorant has been shit for both competitive side as well as the casual side. So in this video, I'll be talking about the three main points: the competitive side, the casual side, and finally, the main issue of Valorant that ties in with these 2 points. So, the competitive side. A lot of these points will be reiterated from like other videos, but I feel like these points are very valid. Not just only in high elo, but I feel like in low ranks, this happens quite a lot as well. The criminal accounts. So you guys may have seen a lot of these, where the 200 ping jet just drops 40 in your game. Or the opposite happens, where the instalock jet just drops 0 and 40 in your games. But both of these have something in common. When you actually check that tracker, there's always something suspicious going on with that account. They're either plat and destroying every single game, or they're immortal and just completely running it down and trolling everyone's game. Whether you want to call it boosted or smurf accounts, I call it criminal accounts. Because these people deserve to go to prison for how much RR and mental sanity I lost for the past 2 years. But on a side note, you must be thinking, wow, these accounts are pretty high ranked or low ranked. Must be pretty expensive to get these accounts, right? Nope, these accounts are selling for low as £2, which is equivalent to around $3 I think. But again, another counter argument could be, oh, you're just only looking at iron accounts. What about immortals? Well, obviously they're going to be more expensive, but they're only selling for £35. And considering it's an immortal account, £35 is a f***ing cheap deal. And to add on to it, these websites are not hard to find. I mean, this one, I literally just found it on the first link. So there are probably other websites that are selling for cheaper. I don't know, it's kind of crazy to me that you can be in the top 1% by just spending £30. And this in turn just completely ruins the experience of the other people who worked really hard to get to this level. And the really disappointing thing is, I don't think Riot is doing much about it at all. Especially with how easy it is to just find a boosting website. Surely there is a way to at least detect these boosted accounts. And there's obviously like a little bit of a grey area between smurfing and boosting, but it still doesn't make any sense for Riot to not really do anything about this at all, when this problem is literally one of the main reasons why people are starting to leave this game. Obviously I can go into more detail about this problem, such as boosting your Discord e-kitten. Speaking of Discord e-kitten, you might have the chance to find one in our Discord server. Link in the description. I mean, I've literally only just started this Discord server, so I highly doubt you'll find one, but don't worry, I'll be your Discord e-kitten. So yeah, obviously I can get into more detail about the idea of boosting, but I do really want to talk about other topics before this video gets a little bit too long. So the other topic that I do want to talk about in competitive is the fact that there's no ranked rewards. So, to explain this, at the end of each act, Valorant will give you a gun buddy that represents whatever rank you ended up with in that time period. So, if you end up in bronze, you get a bronze gun buddy, or if you get radiant, you get a radiant gun buddy, and so on and so forth. Sure, you can say it's cool because you can show it off to your friends or people that you play with. But the thing is, this is the only reward that we got for the past 4 or 5 years since the game released. I mean, you can see it from other people's collections. Literally nothing has changed with these gun buddies, like at all. Obviously, you can say this only applies to people who are already at this level, and not to the people who are trying to get to that level. So let me try to explain this. So for an average Valorant person, obviously you're going to aim for Radiant, but after you hit that, what happens next? What is your main goal after that? I mean, sure, you can go for rank 1 after that, but again, you don't really get anything from it, because the difference in rewards between the lowest part of Radiant and rank 1 is literally nothing. You still get the same reward, which is the Radiant gun buddy. So as soon as people realized this, more and more people got demotivated and started to leave this game. It would be nice to see whether if Riot would actually release any more rewards instead of just a gun buddy, because it can get a little bit boring after a couple of acts, and it would be nice to have something fresh, like a gun skin or an animated player card. So, the next topic, the casual side of Valorant. Now, I will be a little bit more passionate about this because I've been doing content creation on Valorant and the casual side for about 3 years now. And Jesus Christ has it changed a lot. I can separate this change into 3 different eras: the casual beginner era, the e-dating scene, and the silent library treatment. So at first, the game was casual fun, and it was a fresh game for new players who are trying to get into shooters. And me and my friends started to have fun talking to people.
I am Zodiac's little sister, by the way. Can I have a drink, please?
And to which I started to make silly little videos for me and my friends to watch. And this happened for about a year or 2, but this was when the whole community started to change, especially with the new game mode, Swift Play. The whole rise of e-daters, to my knowledge, was when Sage Mommy and Jet Daddy started to blow up on TikTok. And if you don't know who these 2 people are, these people were the peak of Valorant. I'm sorry, I can't say what the straight face. These people were the pioneers of Valorant e-couples. They were the reason why Valorant e-couples even existed in this game. And especially with the new release of Swift Play, the game started to turn into like a dating app. And I'll be honest, this era was actually pretty fun. Before you guys come out my throat for being desperate, I don't mean it like that. I mean it in terms of being a content creator, because this stuff was like almost like a gold mine to us. I mean, the whole Dare Ego series that I've made, that was like the most fun that I've had in a very, very long time. And obviously, as you guys can tell, it was like probably my most success that I've had in YouTube as well. But little did I know that this was a blessing and a curse at the same time. So now we're in the present. This is the current state of casual Valorant right now. Alright, let's try again. Yo team. This sucks, man. And I know that I've only shown 1 game, but this has happened over too many games. So me and my friends were wondering, what happened to these Swift Plays? So after a long time of theorizing of what happened to these Swift Plays, I mean, we only discussed it for like an hour, but yep, very long time. But we finally came to a conclusion that you guys already found your e-kittens already. Link in the description. I mean, I know there's a little bit of irony in that statement, but the more that we played, the more convinced we were. I mean, don't get me wrong, I kinda don't want this era to come back. I kinda just want the idea that people just speak in these type of lobbies. But I don't know, maybe I'm just being a little bitch and just accepts that Swift Play has changed. But then I realized if I don't play Swift Play, what other game modes can you play as a casual content creator? Because the other game modes are literally just no one talking in them. I mean, the last good casual game mode was that snowball fight one. I can't remember what the thing was called, but yeah, that was pretty fun. But again, it would be nice to see whether if Valorant would actually release another game mode, because it's been pretty bland for the past 2 years because all the game modes were literally just comp, Swift Play, and unrated. Now that I said all of this, what's to blame? Or who's to blame? Now, I could take my own take on this, but I decided to ask you guys on the current state of Valorant. Wait, yo, Reina, what rank are you, by the way?
I'm gonna send them 1 right now.
Alright, it's in 1. Wait, so how long have you been playing Valorant for?
Not much. I played for 3 years, but like I didn't play much.
Well, what do you think of like competitive at the moment?
No reason really to play it, you know? It's like fun, but like the reward system isn't that great.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. It's just like, Valorant is just not fun because it's just like the reward system is pretty shit.
I would appreciate it if you got like banners, titles, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe a skin or something. Well, my main all I hit a Radiant and the only thing you got is like gun body. I have like only 1 game on Radiant. And I really just never played ranked on my main again.
Yeah, to be fair, the game's been out for like what, like 4 or 5 years now. And they've literally just not changed the reward system at all. And of course, I decided to ask some streamers on their opinions on the state of Valorant.
Hey Mundo, love the vids less than 33, just wanted to ask what do you think of the state of Valorant ATM?
Bro, everybody is just so cold there.
Honestly, kind of dry. I'd say this game is definitely dry right now.
Whatever.
The game is definitely dry. They're producing good skins, but that's nothing, man. They need to like they need to put different. The same maps have been in rotation for so long, and they added Vice, such a agent. It's like,
Hey Jess, just wanted to ask, what do you think of the current state of Valorant, and are you enjoying it?
Made a noodle. Is that how to noodle? I don't think so. Noodle doesn't type like that. But who's the person?
Even though I asked all of you guys, it made me wonder, maybe the answer is closer than we thought.
Yeah.
But it just seems to me from like an outside perspective, there's just a lot of soft, sensitive people over there playing that game. I don't know. Can I have a drink, please?
And if anything, the answer was right in front of us all this time. That's right, women. I'm sorry, that was a fucking terrible joke.